Reprints. Will they crash the market like people are hoping? Does it even matter? Should you wait and hope that things get to MSRP or below? Is Pokemon going to flood the market to make it happen? Or is today's market price tomorrow's discount? Those are the questions we need to figure out. Those are the things we need to look at. Haas, games, and cards. And I hope you're all doing awesome because you all deserve it. What do we got going on today? Well, so I've been on vacation. Just barely got back. We let the 2-year-old tear up the room. No big deal. That's what happens on vacation. Daisy missed us. Where's Daisy? Daisy, come hither. There we go. Daisy missed us. We're back. It's okay. But anyway, so I kind of took a break from YouTube, and it's so funny, just all the different things you see, and all the different takes too. A lot of people are very much so right now split down the aisle, very split down the aisle, and it's kind of like one half is like, oh, this is my opinion, and all the other content creators are making whatever content and they're cringe, and the other side is saying the exact same thing.
Oh, I matter. I'm the most successful.
It doesn't matter if you matter.
Oh, this is my opinion. You know, one side's like, oh, Pokemon will print it to the ground. They've done it all before. It will happen again. Because why not? If they've done it before, they'll do it again. And things will get crazy. It'll be like previous times, and everyone's cringe that thinks otherwise. And then you have the other side. They're like, nothing will go down. Everything's going to remain high. The set value's too high. Blah, 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 blah. And just going on about how nothing will change. Or at least not for a long time. And even when it does, it'll still maintain a certain price level. And then they kind of bash on each other back and forth, and ends up being like, oh, this content is that, this content is this. Where do we all land with this? Where do we all land? Well, I mean, we're just a small little online TCG store. And I'm going to tell you right now, because no matter what side you're on, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if you're on the belief system that the reprints are going to save the world, or if you're on the side that's like, nope, this is the best investment opportunity. Get your tendies, get everything. At the end of the day, don't buy these prices. Just don't. I think these prices are crazy, especially when it comes to Prismatic and Destined rivals. Just crazy. And I'm a store. I should be selling stuff. I'm like, no, don't buy this crap. And why do I say that? Well, because I want the prices to crash. You know, I want the scalpers to get cut out of it. I want more supply, because obviously distribution and supply is like nothing. There's still nothing on the distribution end of things. And we'll kind of talk about that as the video goes on. But the big talk of the town right now is Prismatic Evolutions had a reprint. What did it affect? And everyone brings up some good points, right? But at the end of all this, when we kind of go through a lot of other people's opinions, one thing that we need to remember is there's some stuff that needs to happen on the back end. A couple different things. It's not just one thing that needs to be fixed. It's a lot of different things that need to happen in order for prices to go down. It's not just like one simple solution or thing. So, you have a lot of YouTube content creators going at it. Vaporself, one of them, made a video being like, oh, nothing's changing. Team Rocket Joey, which I really love Team Rocket Joey's content. Go check out his video being like, hey, you know what? It's expensive now, but reprints will happen, and it'll happen to the point to where it's printed to the ground, and it'll take a while for it to go back up. And that this has happened with sets past, sets in the past. There's a lot of different things and a lot of different examples that he brings up. a lot of different older sets. And he has some good takes. I mean, he's one of my favorite channels I watch. He is so entertaining. He has such good stuff. I'm just sitting here boring talking, just kind of just minding my own business, giving my own opinion, and then, and maybe not minding my own business. We go after some content creators, and we're currently working on a stupid huge video coming up. But he brings up some good examples of past times where it was hard to get stuff. And then also what Pokemon's response was, which was print it to the ground, and how it looked like for a while when nobody cared about it. Basically just goes on to talk about, Vivid Voltage, Champion's Path, other stuff like that. Even that Charizard box there, which had Evolving Skies. Nobody cared about it for a long time. Go watch his video. He'll explain it better. But to sum it up, the prices are crazy right now. And he's just like, he brings up a good point. Prismatic Evolutions has only been here for 2 months. Though, I think it's been a very strong 2 months, for sure. And just talks about, hey, when they reprint it to the ground, they reprint it to the frickin' ground. And they did with those past sets. But will Pokemon keep doing that? And then we have Nostalgenomics, where he talks about, hey, you know what? This reprint got eaten up immediately. Was not impactful at all. Didn't even matter.
Wait.
1, 2.
There's 2 now.
It doesn't matter.
So let's take a look at a couple different things. Prismatic Evolutions. It kind of looked like it was a little kind of not huge changes, but some changes, right? And it looks like it might trend down a little bit, but I don't know. Looks like it's going to start trending back up to 140. So I missed a lot of the stuff that happened over the weekend. Took a break, enjoyed my family time. But we have the latest sell already on 420, 140. Back up to 140, 135, 133s, and then you have random ones that pop up for like 125. So some stores must have gotten something, or they've been holding on to it and decide to just let it go. So boom, lots of 125s, but at the end of the day, those did get bought up, and we're already back to pretty much the 140s again. There are, on average, 119 of these sold, and it looks like today definitely might have been a little bit more than that. I don't know. Hard to tell. I'm not going to count up each line. That would take too long. So let's talk about the reprint in general. So I know I didn't get offered anything, and I may be too small of a store. Distribution has come to me in the past for reprints, but every time they've done so in recent times, it has been for way more than MSRP. They put it right below market. So this reprint, the one thing I haven't been able to get information on is was it printed to, or was it priced at what distribution normally sells it at like release, let's say. Was it done at a cheaper release price, or like everything else I've been buying lately, whether it's Surging Sparks or 151 or Paldean Fates, they put it right below MSRP, or not MSRP, sorry, right below market. They put it just barely below market pricing. So obviously those reprints didn't do too much, and they didn't affect the market. One thing to look at too, kind of off topic, because Anon TCG made a video about, I guess we'll talk about Prismatic and Destined Rivals. Anon talked about Destined Rivals and the set price and where the box is probably going to land as far as value, based off of the value of the cards. And he was saying like some around the realm of like a $400 plus box. Which again, guys, stop buying Destined Rivals at over $300. That is crazy. That is part of the problem. That's nuts. That is so nuts. Like, whatever small amount I get, I'm not going to be selling it at that price. That's crazy. So where does that land? My opinion. So my opinion is not exactly solid because there's so many different things that have to happen in order for any of these one scenarios to happen, right? Let's say we want to get back to MSRP or below MSRP. What needs to happen? Well, a couple different things. For one, very first and foremost, the prices are what they are right now because you guys keep buying it. You guys keep buying it at this ridiculous price. I'd say this is 99% the consumer's fault. Because if people would stop FOMOing, stop being like, I must have this right here, right now, then there wouldn't be scalpers. They would be feeling the pain. They wouldn't buy up all this product. They'd move on to some notes. Or there'd be so much fewer of them that, it just wouldn't be a big deal. So stop buying it. Like, we have 18 average every day of Destined Rivals booster boxes getting sold. And I'd venture to say more some days. Like on the 19th right here, there's already 10 right there. So let's see. 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 31, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so 41, 4. So like, geez, probably about 40. I accidentally dipped into part of 18 or on the 18th, but you get what I mean. 18's an average, but definitely some days have a lot more than 18. So that's the number one thing that has to happen. You guys need to knock this shit off. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. A $300 booster box so you can maybe get a full art that's worth $5. You guys are out of your minds. We want to get back. We want to get back to just being able to get supply whenever we want and selling it is super cheap. That's why I like doing these big bulk deals. And again, you guys have to remember, these stores that have 44 boxes, 36 boxes, 36 here, all these stores selling to you are preying on your FOMO. And these are all stores that are physical stores that have existed for a long time. We did a video previously looking up a lot of these stores. They've been around for a minute. You can't sell in TCG Player unless you have a physical store when it comes to pre-sales. And a lot of them have been around for a while. And a lot of people blame scalpers. A lot of people blame new accounts or even online stores and all this crap. We've never sold our product this much. We never have. Except all these stores are posting it here because they can't get ridiculed if they're posting it on here. And you guys keep eating it up. So it's not going to end because you guys won't keep, you guys are going to keep eating it up. But I want it to end. Don't FOMO. Don't buy it at this price. Don't be stupid. So we have Prismatic, barely unfaced. So we need, after we fix people not buying stuff at dumb prices, what's the next step? Well, that will cut out scalpers for the most part, right? Because if things are selling at MSRP or below MSRP, scalpers can't make money on that. They don't have a physical store. They do not get things through distribution. So, that takes the game out of their hands a little bit. Because if we stop buying at these prices, then they will quit. They'll move on. They'll go scalp some video cards or something like that. So, again, two birds with one stone with that first goal. And then second, or I guess third, Pokemon needs to print more. At the end of the day, Pokemon needs to print more. There's more demand. It doesn't matter if it's because of rip and shippers. It doesn't matter because if it's about scalpers, the investors, the stores, whatever it is. whatever, the new Pokemon Pocket community converting over to physical TCG, it doesn't matter. I need to get the rock inserted here. It doesn't matter.
Wait.
1, 2.
There's 2 now.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe if I have time to do that, I'll do it, but probably not. I want to go to sleep. So yeah, we need Pokemon to just print a lot of it, because you know what? Even if things go to the ground, that's going to cause a cascade effect of scalpers trying to dump their stuff for cheaper prices. And then a lot of people, even investors, I'd say, that are not truly investors, they'll see that dip in the market, they will panic, and they will sell out of fear. And then that's where you buy. Well, you buy when there's fear. That's the best time to buy. Just like crypto. Team Rocket Joey knows all about that. So, yeah, there's just some things that will cause multiple levels of change if it can happen. But a lot of it depends on what you guys do as the consumer and what Pokemon decides to do. So, if the consumer keeps buying and Pokemon prints it to the ground, but the consumer keeps buying at whatever price, then it kind of depends on, I guess we're kind of, to backtrack a little bit, we're shifting now to talk about, well, what needs to happen for prices to stay up. Well, Pokemon, let's say, pushes out tons of reprints, right? And let's say they get it to distribution at a good price, because I guess to throw that on the other side of things getting cheaper, distribution needs to stop selling stuff above MSRP. When distribution sells it above MSRP, that's not going to help the market. Everything that I've gotten so far has been right under market. I didn't even get Prismatic Evolution ETBs, and none of the big stores in my state got these reprints either. So I don't even know how many people got, or if it even mattered. So anyways, they need to support the other aisle. If they reprint it to the ground, if all these scalpers, rip and shippers, stores, and everyone else, they're going to be the ones buying it up. They're going to beat you to the product. So even if they do print it to the ground, people are going to consume it at that cheaper price and beat you to getting it at that cheaper price. And then they will either flip it, still have a high market price because consumers are still buying it at a high market price. People will continue to FOMO. Distro will continue to put things at a higher price. And then, of course, rip and shippers will do what rip and shippers do. And then in that scenario, in that cascade effect, nothing will happen. Nothing will change. The prices will stay high. So we kind of know the formulas on what will make prices dip down and get cheaper, or what people's actions will do to keep the prices high. Realistically, I think 90% of that power and say-so is in the consumer's hands. Because again, if y'all keep on buying this dumb shit price, then you're going to keep this price high. So realistically, it's up to you guys. But yeah, that's really it. There's no other way around it. You guys are just buying at stupid prices. Are these investable prices? No, they're not. Because you have to wait. Like, let's say this ends up being a higher price. Like, let's say you buy it at 200. Market price goes up to 200. Well, now you have to wait for all the older sets to then cascade to a higher price. Wait for these to go out print, for the older sets to get to where they need to be, and then people to then FOMO on this stuff again and go through all that, and it'll just take a while. If you're buying in at 200, you're going to be waiting quite some time before it goes up in value. So no, it's not a good buy-in for investment. Absolutely not. Destined Rivals at $318, not a good buy-in for investment. Again, you guys are mad. But hopefully the video is slightly educational. Where do I stand on it? Again, I'm in the middle. It just depends on what happens. And this market, I mean, I know in previous sets that things did get printed to the ground and things did cascade one way. This market's a little different. This market's a little more hungry, a little more greedy. I could see it going either way. I'm in the middle because right now I don't have any evidence showing one way or the other. In fact, if anything, I have more evidence showing that people are willing to continue buying stupid shit at stupid prices. So realistically, I want things to get printed to the ground and go cheaper, but we're not there yet. And there's no physical evidence that that's happening yet. The only physical evidence is consumer actions right now, and them speaking with their dollars, with their wallets. But hopefully that changes, and hopefully they do reprint a ton, and hopefully the first thing happens. Hopefully people just dump the price down like crazy. But we'll see. The power is in your hands. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all the things that are helpful. I hope you all have a good night. Don't do anything crazy.